The Rookie of the Year for 2023 gets his 2024 underway this week. Eric Cole is joining the show to talk about the expectations now that he's a seasoned award-winning veteran on the tour. And we'll also hear from Will Zalatoris. He's making only his second tournament start in 10 months. So we're going to find out just what he expects as Golf Today rolls into Hour 2.
Golf Today.
And the PGA Tour completes its 2-week stretch in Hawaii. The opening drive, Waialae Country Club in the state capital of Honolulu on the island of Oahu hosts this week's tournament, Sony Open in Hawaii. Coverage begins Thursday, 7 Eastern, right here on Golf Channel. This is the second hour of Golf Today. Damon alongside Eamon. It's the first full field event of 2024. What's on your mind?
I'm looking forward to seeing Gary Woodland back this week. Widely regarded as one of the nicest guys in the game. Obviously, a major championship winner, has taken some time off. He had a tumor removed from his brain a few months ago. Seems to be doing well. He's back on tour this week, and it's going to be great to see him out there.
Yeah, fantastic athlete, by the way. Great person as well. Great basketball player. I don't know if you knew, he has a fantastic jump shot and a good interview.
He's the kind of guy who's pretty much good at everything, Damon.
Yeah, absolutely. He's jock tough, one of the big men on campus. Great to have Gary Woodland back. Also great to have PGA Tour Rookie of the Year Eric Cole in the field this week. He's going to join us in just a little bit. Was the only rookie to advance to the 2023 BMW Championship. Recorded 2 runner-up finishes on the season, including at the Cognizant 2023 Classic. That's the old Honda, lost in the playoff to Chris Kirk. And then 2023 Zozo Championship runner-up as well. You look at this season in review. How about it? Teed it up 37 times. It's kind of like the Dana Quigley type of schedule. 14 top 25s, 42nd in FedEx Cup points, made more than $5 million, 2 runner-up finishes, 7 top 10s, 14 top 25s, finished T3, T2, T3. His last 3 starts of the season. And how about this? Pretty cool from Eric's mom, Laura Baugh. Eric Cole, my son, 2023 PGA Tour Rookie of the Year, and me, 1973 LPGA Rookie of the Year. So cool. Great to have Eric with us from the Sony. I want to start right there. The first conversation with your mom when you found out you were named PGA Tour Rookie of the Year. What was that like?
Yeah, it was pretty incredible. I just called her and kind of told her the news, and it was cool to kind of share, that news with her. And, it's something that's really special. I'm not sure whether that's been done before with a parent and child. So, it's hard to put it into words, but it was something that was really awesome.
Eric, you seem to be the only name in the mix for the Rookie of the Year until the last few months when Ludwig Aubert went on a tear. Did you have a little bit of a fear that he might actually clip you for the award at the very end?
I kind of figured the voting was going to be close, for sure. He's an incredible player and had such a great kind of start to his professional career. So I kind of figured the vote was going to be close, and I wasn't sure that I was going to win, but it was great to hear the news that I did win.
Eric, the Rookie of the Year trophy, it's named the Arnold Palmer Award. You played, 40, 50 rounds with the King. Can you imagine what that conversation would have been like if he was still around and you walked into the grill room at Bay Hill with that trophy? What would you want to say? What do you think he would say?
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. It would have been really special to share with him. It's an honor for anyone to win the Arnold Palmer Award, an award named after him. But for me to win it with my connection with him just made it extra special. And, it's just an incredible feeling to have my name on an award with his name on it. So, it's like, again, it's hard to put into words, but it's something that is going to stick with me forever, and I'm just really honored to have won it.
You've accumulated a tremendous amount of experience through this legendary mini-tour career, even before you got to the PGA Tour, Eric. But just within the last year as a PGA Tour player, what did you learn in your rookie year that you think is going to be most advantageous to you going forward?
Yeah, I'm not sure if I really learned it recently, but I kind of figured, just from being around my parents and stuff and some older players, that a lot of times the game that gets you to the PGA Tour, if you just try not to change too much, you can have success with out here. So that's been a big goal of mine, is to change kind of, I mean, still try and get better and still try and make improvements, but to change as little as possible and kind of stick with what got you there and who you are as a player.
Well, you won the Minor League Tour Championship at Abacoa. You competed in it again in December at the club. There's like a Caesar salad wrap named after you. Why do you still compete in the minor leagues from time to time? You won 58 trophies. Why is that still such an important part of your background and your today?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of just part of my DNA. You know, I obviously have a connection with that club where that tournament is and that tour. And, you know, I love the chance to compete and the chance to try and win. And also, like I said, without trying to change too much, you know, that's kind of what, in my opinion, kind of helped hone my game and get my game to this point. So the last thing I want to do is get away from that. And, you know, I'm still trying to get better. And those are the tournaments that kind of made me better. So I definitely like to play in them when I can.
On that subject of getting better, you've had a year playing against the best players in the world week in, week out. So when you headed for the off-season, a very short off-season by the sounds of it, what were you working on thinking that this is where you had the most headroom for improvement for 2024?
Yeah, I kind of looked at my stats from last year, and most of them were pretty good, but I felt like I could drive the ball a little bit better. So put a little bit of focus on that, and then just from there kind of tried to refine the little bits that could have a little bit of improvement, some short game stuff, and just making sure that I was kind of sharp and ready to go for the start of this year.
Some guys play and then they want to sit in a bucket of ice and like get away from the game. You teed it up some 37 times. You competed in the FedEx Cup Fall, even though you didn't even have to. You finished inside the top 50, so your status was secure in the signature events. Like, why do you play so much? It's very old school barnstorm style.
Yeah, you know, I like to play, I like to compete, but also, you know, I'm just so thankful to have the chance to do it out here on the PGA Tour. Like it's been documented, it took me a long time to get here, so I just feel like it's a huge privilege to be able to play in a PGA Tour event any week. So when I get that chance, if I feel healthy and my body feels good, then I'm going to try and play as much as I can.
Are you a goal setter, Eric? Because you achieved so much in your rookie year, as Damon just noted, getting all the way to the FedEx Cup playoffs. You finished second a couple of times, to 7 top 10s. Do you have goals in your mind that you want to achieve now in year 2 on tour?
For sure, yeah. I like to write down some kind of like goals that I'd like to accomplish by this time next year, so a year from now. And then I also write down some maybe more process-oriented goals that kind of help you achieve the bigger ones. So I do a little bit of kind of like tiered goal setting. But yeah, I definitely got some stuff that I'd like to check off in 2024.
Are you going to share any of those with us?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of them. One big one is win on the PGA Tour. You know, I had a chance to win a couple of tournaments last year, and that's just such a cool environment to be in, that I'd like to be in that environment and maybe get a different result this year. So that's a big one.
Well, how about that golf course where you're standing? T61 last year when you first laid eyes on it, it seems like it would be a golf course that would fit your skill set. What say you?
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to think so. It kind of reminds me of some Florida courses. It's very old school. Holes kind of run back and forth with some houses on them. So it's got a lot of similarities to some courses I've played in Florida. It also has Bermuda grass, so I'm very familiar with that. So I think there's a lot of good things and a lot of things I'm familiar with out here.
It's rookie orientation season out there these days, Eric. Now that you're a grizzled veteran of the tour, a year away from doing that yourself, what's the one piece of advice you would give to the class of guys coming behind you?
It's a good question. I'd say probably, like I said earlier, just change as little as possible. You know, the game that got you here is obviously very good and refined, and try and change as little as possible, and then probably be patient. You know, it's a little bit of a different environment out here, and if you don't have success, you know, in the first few tournaments you play, that's okay. Everyone out here is very good, so be patient and stay true to kind of what got you to the PGA Tour.
Sage advice from the Rookie of the Year. Eric, best of luck this week and this season, and thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.